感じたことですか。ちょっとどこに呼ばれたかはちょっと覚えてないんですけど、被災者ということで、伺う。
My first impression of the refugees was that they were very bright.
皆さん明るいなっていう印象を受けました。その第一印象ね。それね、自分なりに考えてみた
I thought about why, and I found out that I was visiting them when they had been attending the interaction meeting once or twice a month. The refugees looked very relaxed, seeing each other.
近くの人とまた会って嬉しいみたいなところに僕が伺ったもんだから、多分それで皆さん嬉しそうな顔してたのかな、思ったよりそんな印象を受けましたですけどね。いやね、僕医療相談
I had attended the meetings as a medical counselor, and I was very surprised that many people came to talk to us. Few serious problems came up during the councils. Refugees had not only health problems, but also mental problems that I found people having depression symptoms. I felt like I saw the reality of the refugees. It was after 3 or 4 years after the earthquake, and I am sure that some people just got here. Since refugees has been living without knowing people around them, they were lacking the chance to go outside, ended up being social withdrawal. Most of the refugees were elderly, that they had hard time communicating with other people. This is why the questions at the medical counselor consisted of which hospital to go to or which doctor to see. We didn't have much questions about the social withdrawal at first. The problems with depression, social withdrawal, and lack of communication came up later on. When refugees were living in a town or village they used to live, they could ask for help to neighbors when some trouble came up. Now that they do not know anyone around them, they had no chance to have communications. I think that by talking to someone, people can relieve stress.
僕は心理の専門ではないですけども、やっぱり話すことでストレスじゃないですけども、ある程度解消できる部分というのはあるんじゃないですかね。
Now that 10 years had passed, and people who were in 60s became 70s, who were in 70s became 80s, becoming elderly society. No matter if you're refugees or not, I think to have organized medical environment is the most important thing. Most of the people who suffer dementia is having problems with their surroundings. What I worry most is where each refugee put themselves in. When refugees were forced to quit their jobs, most of the people had nothing to do. I saw such people obviously becoming depressing mentally and physically. I myself is now working as a volunteer, and I realized that the age does not matter in volunteering. Instead of waiting to get support, I thought it is important to support someone to have connections with the society.
っていうことは少し解消されるんじゃないかなというふうに思っていて、僕はねボランティアっていうのはねある意味こうキーワード
I think the word volunteering is the big keyword for elderly to be the part of the society.
してあげるっていうスタンスで今後動けるんであればねすごくいいなとは思ってますけどね。言うほど簡単ではないかもし
Of
れないで
course,
すね。
saying is less easy than actually doing. As I have been watching many elderlies, I noticed that people who had been actively moving, including volunteering, looked very bright. Elderlies doing something for the society looked very healthy as well. Human beings are such a society-based animal that they find their values living in the society.
社会で生きていかないとその人の価値じゃないですけどもなんかやっぱりちょっと違うんじゃないかなと思うんですよね。だからどんな人でも
I think to find a place in society is the most important thing. This is why volunteering is such a beneficial action for everyone. In the hospital where I work, former elderly patients who recovered has been helping us decorate the facility. For example, making small seasonal dolls and delivering to each patient's rooms, or during Tanabata festival, they had created special decoration for the event. Also, they have cleaned our gardening on their own, and I really appreciate that our hospital is kept clean. I am sure that they have been enjoying being helpful and seen by the other patients. Disasters could happen anywhere, anytime. I hope that the Great East Earthquake will become a lesson for the future and can use the knowledge if something close happens in the near future.